Okay, Luxury Fred here in the 2018 Regal GS going through the slalom. Okay, it is Luxury Fred, and yet again, I am in another cool Buick, and this is the fancy, fast one. This is the 2018 Buick Regal GS.
Turn left after 300 feet.
Okay, sorry, get the navigation going. GS is, of course, stands for Grand Sport, which is Buick's. One second, let me just make sure I'm going the right way here. Okay, so GS stands for Grand Sport, which is of course Buick's historic performance designation. Like Chevrolet has SS, Buick of course has Grand Sport, which it has had
left after a quarter of a
since
mile.
the 1960s. So this is again Buick's performance luxury sedan. As Buick says, their goal is something called attainable luxury. This car starts at, I think it's 36 or 37,000, and pretty well loaded. It's about 45,000. So it's competitively priced with Acura and Infiniti sedans and maybe Volkswagen, things like that. This is made to compete with the Acura TLX A spec and the Lexus IS 350 F Sport. It has more horsepower than both of those cars. We've got 310 horsepower V6, 9-speed transmission, intelligent all-wheel drive with active twin clutch. It has the second generation continuous damping control, 500 adjustments per second. Have both a sport and a GS setting, and that increases the intensity of some of that to give you a more performance-oriented experience. Sport tuned exhaust system, and if I might say something, it's a little weak in the exhaust sound. I know a lot of other cars use that audio enhancement thing where it's actually enhanced through the speakers, but this is supposed to be a performance car, so I would have liked it to sound a little bit more aggressive than it does. That's kind of the main stuff right there. As I mentioned before, we've got Brembo brakes, and the all-wheel drive system is responsive to the drive mode selector. Depending on if you're in the GS mode, it's going to send more power to the rear wheels to give you a more kind of authentic sports car experience, and it also controls how much power goes to each individual wheel, probably some kind of version of torque vectoring steering when you're performing, where the outside wheel spins a little bit faster to kind of push you around corners. So that was it. And then you've got, if you get the options, you've got the full suite of driver safety and lane keep assist and radar cruise control and auto stop and all that kind of stuff, rear cross traffic alert. But all that is optional on this car. This car is, the list price is $39,070, and then with all those options to really make it good, you have something called a sight and sound package, which is your navigation and the better stereo. That's $945. And then the driver confidence package is what I was talking about before, which is adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and all that other stuff. That's $1,690. So this car that I'm in right now, which is a fully loaded press car, is $44,510 with the destination charge and all that kind of stuff. So I do think you get a lot for 45,000 bucks compared to what else is out there. And to me, in this segment, you really need to drive these cars. If you're considering this or an Acura or an Infiniti or whatever it might be, go to the dealer, spend time. Don't let them take you on a 5-minute test drive around the block. drive the car, try to get it on a freeway or something like that, so that you can really experience the dynamics. And I found that these are just, a lot of it's down to personal preference and what you like and how you like that driving feel to be. It has Buick's quiet tuning, which is their focus on delivering a quiet cabin, which is something I really like and really feel is super important when you have a luxury car. So this car has double pane glass, it has special insulation around the tires and the wheel wells, and it has, I think it has the active noise cancellation where it, like noise canceling headphones, it picks up the noise in the car and it counteracts it. So you get a quiet cabin, you have a V6 engine with 310 horsepower, and you have about 260 pound-feet of torque. This car has all-wheel drive. It's also, actually, I'm not sure if it's available in front-wheel drive as well. Most of the Buick Regals are available in all-wheel drive and front-wheel drive. And then with the all-wheel drive, it has quick shift.
Turn right after 1/2 mile.
Quick shift transmission, and it has torque vectoring differentials and all kinds of other stuff to really help maximize the performance. You have a couple different settings. You have a normal or a tour setting. You have a sport setting,
Turn
and
right
then you
after
have a
1/4 mile onto
most
West Side
aggressive
Parkway.
GS setting or Grand Sport setting. And that's what we've got it in now. And obviously when you have it in GS, your shift points are quicker, it holds the gears more, suspension and things like that are more performance oriented.
Please turn second right.
So I've spent a lot of time in Buicks lately. I'm very impressed with the build quality and the engineering. These Regals are actually, don't tell anybody, the Regals are made in Germany. They're a clone, or they're the same as the Opel Insignia, which is sold in Europe. And so you really get that German tightness and feel and just build quality that's very impressive at a lower price point, at an attainable price point. 9-speed transmission, shifts well. I'd like to see some paddle shifters here. Again, this is a Sportback, so you have that big hatchback that comes up. Let me show you the outside of the car a little bit. So again, we have the GS badging up front. It stands for Grand Sport. And a little bit of different front and rear fascia. The part, kind of the bumper area there, looks different on the GS. GS has the 19-inch wheels, of course, and we have the Brembo high-performance brakes. And again, nice, neat-looking rear end, which is a little different than the normal Regal. Okay, so you've seen the outside. Let me give you a full tour of the inside of the car. Okay, so first thing you notice is two things. You've got the GS badging on the door sill there, and then you have these seriously supportive sports seats that tell you right away that this is a serious sports car. They're adjustable all kinds of different ways. Even this bolster comes forward. They have massaging functions as well. And AGR is some kind of German certification that these are especially ergonomic. And very cool kind of louvers there on the back of the seat. So you have a sport-oriented cockpit here. If you've seen my review of the Regal, the regular Regal, obviously this is similar. You have kind of a carbon fiber-like trim here. Window controls, you have the drilled metal pedals there. 9-speed transmission in this. You can put it into a manual mode. There's a sport mode, and then there's an extreme sport mode, which is a GS mode. So we're going to put it in there. Climate control, of course. This shuts, and very nice fit and finish. Leather wrapped steering wheel with a kind of Formula One inspired flat bottom, and very good fit and finish. So again, very nice sport seats. Leather, Got a center console there, some stuff in it. Let me show you the back. And so here we have the back. Again, very comfortable. We have kind of this light colored stitching on there that looks very nice. Have a center console here that comes out. And then this whole thing folds down like this. And so you have a, I guess it's a 40-40-20 rear seat, but very comfortable. And then you can kind of get an idea of the sport seats here. Nice fit and finish on the doors. And then of course this is not just any Buick, this is the Regal Sportback. So if we come out here and we push right there, then you can see that this is actually, I know they don't like me saying it, this is actually a hatchback. So it's kind of a 5-door car. And you have lots of room again, but it's still a high performance car. And again, as I showed you, you can fold down that rear seat to get a lot of cargo room. So you can read my complete detailed review of the Regal GS at businesstravelerusa.com. If you go to luxuryfred.com, you can see a little more of the drive that I did. I'm actually down here in Georgia, and I spent the day at Atlanta Motorsports Park today driving the Buick Regal Grand Sport on kind of a slalom race course and things like that, and doing some stunts, and it was actually a lot of fun. If you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe to my channel. You'll see lots more of my great luxury car and luxury travel videos. If you like this video, go ahead, click the little like under the video and leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought of the video and tell me what you want to see. Tell me cars that you like and things you think I should review and things like that. So that, I think, concludes my review of the 2018 Buick Regal GS, and I'm very impressed. I think if you're considering a luxury car in this price range and you've looked at Mercedes and Audi and all those other brands, do yourself a favor, go to a Buick dealer and drive a Buick Regal and let the car make the decision for you. Thanks for watching.